Hello and welcome to another Mario Party 2 minigame review. When we reviewed Hammer Slammer, my favorite part of it was the fun rhyming name. Yeah, that game isn't the greatest, but at least the name was fun, so that's why I'm excited for Lava Tile Isle. I figure that even if the minigame's bad, at least the name's good. Lava Tile Isle is a free-for-all minigame. It takes place on shifting tiles, and your job is to survive until the end. You can punch people and ground pound on them to help knock them off. And watch out for those shifting tiles as well. You don't want to be stuck on them when they move, or you'll fall off.
I liked this one. It's a lot like Hexagon Heat, but maybe just more offensive in its gameplay. That one was more about just surviving, and while you could hit other people, it wasn't the main thing you were trying to do. I feel like the gameplay in this one definitely urges you to punch everyone else off the edge a lot more than that one did.
Yeah, it really does. But the thing you have to be careful about that is that if you're gonna ground pound or punch someone, you shouldn't do it on the tiles that are closest to the lava. Whenever I did that, I noticed that the recoil of me punching or ground pounding someone on those tiles made me fall off into the lava and not them.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to watch that. There's a lot of recoil on every hit you take. You really have to be strategic about when you do it and when you just try and play it safe and survive.
Yeah, especially if you're playing a smaller character like Yoshi and you go to punch or ground pound someone like Donkey Kong, because you're gonna fall off pretty quick.
You also definitely have to watch for when the tiles start to move, because if you're on them, there's a pretty good chance you're just gonna fall right down into the lava. So if you're in the middle of battle with someone, it's probably best to just get out of the way instead of trying to knock them off the edge right then.
I think probably the best strategy on this one would be to do more of a defensive strategy and try and just stay alive instead of attacking everyone right away.
Yeah, I agree. If you just let everyone else battle it out until it comes down to you and one other person, you probably have a pretty good chance of survival. Sure, you'll eventually have to get that other person to fall off, but you know, if they come up to you trying to hit you off, there's a decent chance that they'll just end up knocking themselves off and let you win the minigame. So yeah, defense is a pretty good strategy, I would say.
Definitely. Overall, it was a pretty fun minigame to play though. I like just trying to stay alive and not fall into the lava when the tiles were shaking and avoid the other players. It was pretty fun.
Yep, it's a lot like Hexagon Heat, but that's one of my favorites, so that's okay. This takes a more offensive approach to the gameplay, and while I don't think it reaches the highs of Hexagon Heat, it's still a really fun minigame if you want something that's a little bit more about battle and not as much about just survival like Hexagon Heat. We're gonna give it 4 stars.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun minigame. Well, that's it for today. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching. Next, we'll be reviewing Lights Out.
Ooh, scary.
I know, it kind of sounds spooky. Hope to see you then.